Hey buddy, it's John with Planet Tech, and today we're going to be doing our introduction into Copper Cube, also into our first Android-based video game. It's really awesome. Our second one is going to be a dungeon crawler RPG game. Both are going to be low poly, kind of cartoonesque, and are going to be the basic, just like in Construct 2, where we start basic and then we go off into more adventures and more advanced things. So we have our main menu. We have our second menu, which does the saves, the loads, the options, and then we have our player tutorial, where we just go around and we collect stuff. Again, not a whole lot of stuff implemented, just the doors open, you pick up a rifle, a health system that's not been implemented yet. Some textures need to be done, but we just want to learn the basics of how to actually use the engine, and then how to actually code inside this, and then how to port it to your Android device. So that's all of it right here. I'm now going to switch over to my phone to show you what basically the end result of this file would be. This to show you how we would exactly publish it. We can publish it to Flash, Windows, WebGL, Mac OS, and Android. We're going to choose Android. We can have all of our options right here, especially with Android, landscape, when seeing changes, all this nice stuff. We have an icon already set, and we'll deal with that a little bit later. But we're going to now just say writing file. You can also, I'm going to show you a second option. Right now it says writing it, and we can do it also over here by saying publish as Android application, as an APK. Don't worry guys, we're going to be starting from the ground up on how to build an not an APK file, but a actual video game. So we won't start with something like this. We'll start with an actual empty scene, build up from there, and then implement shooting in third-person views, and collecting objects, collecting keys, dealing with basic enemies that really don't attack. You're just supposed to just like objects that you're supposed to destroy. So like a enemy healing station or something like that. A power source for the enemy, you destroy that, and then you actually deal with replication of the enemy coming after you. So we're actually going to switch over to my phone, and so I'll see you guys in about 5 seconds. Hey buddy, so now we're going to install the video game. Don't mind this. This is just the Asus Zenfone 2 that Asus sent over for me to review, and I ended up giving it to my mom. So yeah. So, don't mind all that. Okay, so we're going to go straight to File Manager, and we're going to install our APK. We're going to install it. App installed. We're now going to open it. It's going to load all the textures and everything on it. It's Asus is going to say, hey, do you want to delete the application that you just installed? Well, not the application, but now the APK, since we don't need it anymore. We're going to say yes, clean it. And now we're going to just reopen it up. Loading, it's loading all the textures and everything. And now we have our video game. As you can see, it runs really, really smoothly. Hopefully you guys are seeing it. And boom. Okay. We can shoot. Later on we'll learn how to actually use a machine gun. This is just a shotgun. We have some keys over here. We'll have to actually fix the lighting system. This was meant for a PC or web and not exactly the mobile. So there are some issues with just things that you'll have to fix. And we have our local zombie. I used a plane because this was supposed to be a test zone, but you can actually just use a billboard so he always looks at you, in case you were also doing trees or something like that. So we could also look around while we are kind of moving. And that's kind of like the end of the area. This is just a test area. It has, I wouldn't say a high poly count, but this is a pretty good test room. The Zenfone does have 2 gigs, but since most phones nowadays do have 2 gigs, you should be pretty good. And even on 1 gig, you're going to be really good. Though you may have some frame issues. But as you can see, it's running pretty smoothly. And we can shoot, as you can see. So we're going to be working on this type of shooter. We'll have some bots, and then we'll probably work on a third-person RPG dungeon crawler, and maybe a third-person extension of the shooter, and then stop there and go back to some other games in Construct 2. So if you enjoyed this, remember, hit the thumbs up. It really does help. And put the comments down below on what type of stuff that you would like to see in the engine, in the tutorials, and other type of stuff that you want to see on the channel. Until next time, guys, this has been John with Planet Tech, and I'll see you all in the next video.